Right? This was just changing this.
Yeah,
Would you like me to hold the flashlight for you, son? You're in my shot. Would you move your head? Hi. Welcome to Irish Outlaw Garage. We've been home for just under a few days from, duct tape drags. And my son Skyler, the one that you see in the video with me, he is working on his Mustang. Why? Because he pulls in my driveway 2 quarts low oil, and just now I noticed that the header bolts are falling out of it. It's got all kinds of issues going on, and while it's in my driveway, the starter dies. And he says, it's been doing that for a while. I don't know why it's been doing that. Sounds like somebody's taking wrenches and throwing it into a grinding wheel. That's what it sounds like. So guess what? Dad, we're gonna fix this starter. I got the starter. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the starter through O'Reilly's. But this is not my problem. He already gave me back the keys to the Javelin that he took last night, so he has no vehicle. This is the only vehicle, and I'm not bringing him home. So I'm gonna film him working on his air fingers quote his car. And the thing is the starter's out. Well, guess what? This has Hedman headers on it, long tubes. So he said, it's just a couple bolts, ain't it? Oh, no, it's not. You got to take all the header bolts out and you got to lay the header back so you can get the starter out. So let me show you millennial genius. So Skyler, you said we just have to change the starter. We just have to change the starter.
No, you're not going to bring
and
that up.
it's just like, what are you doing? I started to jack it up for him, right? I got it up off the ground. Why are you putting cardboard down? Why is this all up? Well, we're just changing this, right?
I thought this.
Right? This was just changing this. We're just changing the starter, right? Or no. What'd you call it? You
called it the starter.
No, you did not. You called it the starter, and then you called it something else.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You just don't want to say. So anyway, no, son, that is the solenoid. So let's go through the engine that you did not build and I took care of. So
if I built it, it'd have been better.
Yeah, I'm sure. Especially when it drives into my yard with 2 quarts low of oil. And we've been trying to get this radiator flushed for 6 months. Car nowhere.
Flush it right now.
This thing also needs door handles. Guess what? I've had those since the beginning of summer. Still broken. There's a heater core right there, but he complains he has no heat in the car. That heater core has been there for how many years, Skyler?
2.
2 years. So yeah, I'm not listening to it. This is an ultra rare, super rare car, right? Like, it should be in a garage, they say, or a shop, or shouldn't be driven on the street. So I allow my son to drive it daily on a motor that I spent a lot of money building. And it comes in here 2 quarts low on oil with header bolts falling out of it. So guess what? He's gonna learn the hard way that he can't leave this place unless he gets a ride or the car is fixed. The starter is right there. Yeah, go ahead. I'll change, I got new locks for this car too. I still have them from my old one, so I'll change the locks. You won't be able to get in no more. My car, you're borrowing, you're maintaining, and obviously you haven't been, so have fun. I'll document as much as I can. Now what else we got going on over here? Aiden's working on a bike, needed a tube. Chain stuck, so we got that going. Zeppy's over here with his bicycle. He's wanting to ride, so we took the training wheels off of it because he's not one to want to ride without training wheels. So now we're taking them all away, and he's just gonna have to learn to do it without, right? And he's gonna do it on his own because that's the way I did it. Anyway, training wheels gone, new tires, and Skyler is still like 4 hours later trying to get
15 minutes.
Trying to get the header bolts out. And of course, Dad, I had to go over there and strong arm one because he couldn't do it. So anyway, hi Aiden.
High and mighty, yeah.
Yeah. So, young Skyler here,
Right here?
is getting first-hand knowledge of the top bolt of a foxbody starter.
Oh, I feel it.
And by the way,
that is.
you need to come on this side of the. Yeah, you need to come around that.
I feel it. It's behind it.
Yep.
That's such a pain in the dick. Oh my
I told
God.
you. You know what? That's
Who
why.
invented this thing?
That would be Ford.
That's garbage.
You people and love of fox bodies. You ought to try changing a starter on one of these with headers with a 460 in it. That's fun. But anyway, that top bolt on these starters on a fox body, especially if they still have the original heat shield, is a son of a bitch.
It's impossible, literally.
And you need extensions. Actually, if you're on the bolt, you may be able to drop an extension. But I always like to have it way out there because then I wouldn't over tighten it.
I won't go on
Are
it.
you getting it tight enough, or is it loosening or tightening?
I won't get on it.
Well, you know, it's you got the knuckle right.
That has to be it.
It's the one right on top of the starter. You feel the big round starter, and then it's right there on the top.
I can't situate this right.
Well, that's probably why you need to. You can shorten it one. Shorten it one extension. That's why I have all these. Every one of these extensions I had when I was in high school, and it's because I changed so many piece of shit starters on fox bodies.
This one better not go out and get them when he's pissed.
And they suck. See, we already had he had to get the header loose. He got the header loose. So now, and luckily the gasket seems like it's okay. But we ain't gonna worry about that. Did notice that our oil sending line is leaking, so I'm gonna have to get on that because that may be why it was 2 quarts low of oil. I still ain't apologizing for yelling at him for being 2 quarts low on oil. Are you having trouble, son? Are you about to throw shit?
I'm pretty sure this is it.
Would you like me to hold the flashlight for you, son?
I hope this is it. That's what it feels like.
It's right against, it's right above the starter in the same position as the one on the bottom. So if you're trying to get the one that's on the electric line, you're just wasting your time. Would you like me to put it on the bolt for you, son?
I think this is it.
It's flat like this. It's this way.
Yes.
Yes, that's the one. You know, this is cozy.
You're about to
this is a cozy. You know,
have
like
to buy a new ratchet. I'm about to chuck this mother.
It ain't the ratchet. It's the user.
My ass.
That ratchet has built so many engines, built so many frame joints and tire joints. Or is there such thing as tire joints? I don't know. I'm just trying to make up excuses to make him feel like a complete jackass, which is not hard to do. You're in my shot. Would you move your head?
Hate you.
Did you move your head, please? You're in my shot. Get out of my shot. Oh no, I touched his hair. He's gonna punch me. You need me to do it for you, son.
Making me f***ing breathe heavy. I just can't get it in the right position. It's pissing me off.
Everybody loves a hot rod until they have to work on one. I mean, I don't want to be out here all night or nothing. This is ridiculous. What kind of shade tree crank ass mechanic? Yep, he's giving up. He's about done. I told you this bolt sucks. I've worked on enough to know the secrets to the hard to get to bolts on a fox body. And this is one of the biggest bastards when you're stuck on the side of the highway. You have definitely got something on your face. I don't know what it is. Might actually be grease. You got something on your nose, I know that. Just don't let it go into your eyeball. Hold still. Or is that part of the glasses? Nope, that's actually grease. Now you have a big stream of grease on your nose. I'll let you alone for a minute. Well, I forgot completely how hard it was to change the starter with long tube headers on a Fox body, just with a 302 5.0 engine. We got to take the whole exhaust off of that side. I totally forgot about that because I had this starter in there when I put the headers in it, because we got a set of shorty headers that were in it, and we went with long tubes. So he gets a little bit of a reprieve for that, but yeah, that top bolt we got loose, but it ain't coming out of there. We're gonna have to take the whole damn header off of that one side. So yay, it's Sunday, dude. Why am I doing this?
Because it's your...
You what?
Because it's your car. You don't own it. Or I don't own it.
Aha!
I don't own it.
I own it. You drive it.
So I mean, you still own it.
Start taking the exhaust off of it, damn it.
I'm leasing this car, and
right.
You gotta take care of it.
Yeah, sure. So now that I finished doing all the hard work for him, I'm gonna let the boy go back to putting in his header bolts, because we had to take the entire header out. Basically, I could have pulled it out the bottom if I wanted to. Put the new starter in, wire it, then set up the header back on the head for him, because...
No, I did everything. Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah. Look at whose hands or faces
What do you
nasty. Anyway, the starter is in. We tested it before we were going to go ahead and put the header back on, because this is a pain in the ass. Do not ever, for any reason, put long tubes on a Fox body with the 302. Pain in the ass. Don't do it. Just use the shorties. But the long tubes, I know they sound better. But anyway, he's going to get these on. We're just going to hook the exhaust back up. 3 bolts. These are Headmans, so they got the ball joint thing, the little swivel joint, so there's no gasket, which is awesome. So I'm going to let him do that. Couldn't show you much. It's dark. Come on. And you guys don't want to hear me cuss anyway. You can hear him cuss. I didn't really cuss that much. Almost threw something though. Mainly him. I about beat this car with him. Like, grab it, and, he's over 18, so it's legal. So anyway, we'll get this tightened up, see how it does. What tell you, son?
I'm gonna lose my where did it go?
I don't know. You'll just have to get underneath and find it. He dropped his first wrench.
I don't know where it's at. I don't think it fell.
Oh yeah, it went all the way down. I can hear it. You just have to go looking. Uh-oh, maybe it did fall in the frame. Now you're screwed. That's the only 3/8 I got.
It did.
No, it's got to be down there somewhere.
It's not. It's not under here.
It's got to be down there. Trust me, this is a normal thing. This is what happens the first time you have to work on a car. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, told you it fell. I'm really getting tired of watching you work. I'm gonna go inside. Maybe get me a steak. Huh?
A steak?
Yeah, I'm gonna go have me a steak. Well, you wrench on my car.
Yeah, I don't even fucking... Hey, if it's your car, you gotta pay for the new sticker. I haven't even done that yet.
Oh, you ain't got a sticker? Oh, well, guess what? This car ain't leaving this yard.
No, it's going to.
So you just did all this work, and it's stuck here.
This pipe.
Because he didn't renew the sticker. What pipe? There's no pipe there.
Hose.
What's the matter?
It's in the way, man.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Garbage.
What's the matter?
I'm about to fucking rip it off.
What? No. I understand you like ripping on pipe, but not here. Not here. So I got tired of watching him struggle so much with a wrench about that long. So I gave him a 3/8 that you can actually get down in there. You don't have to stick your hand down in the header to get it tight. You had this the whole time. Yep, I sure did.
It's not working.
Oh, baloney.
There it goes.
Just make sure you get them all.
Turn. I just got to do another fucking 200.
Yep.
There's got to be an easier way to do this.
You like the headers. I could care less. I'd put frickin' manifolds on this in a second.
I was gonna do that.
Yeah. See, now look. Everybody wants to complain about Jay cusses too much and goes crazy and throws shit all the time. Yeah. Now, it's a little easier for you to say it when you're not in the situation that it happens to you. See, I did help him get the starter up in there because this is a bastard with these headers on. I get that, but this is a simple task. And the thing is, he's going to have to do it again because these header gaskets are shot.
My right hand's more buff than normal.
It's going to be leaky as hell, but at least you'll get to drive it, you know. So, anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay. Plug wires are on, header's on, exhaust is hooked up, starter's on, wire's not touching anything. Let's try to start this thing. But I'm going to do it up front because it's easier that way. Fuel pumping. She's full. Let's piss off the neighbors. Uh-oh. Do we have a plug wire backwards?
Probably.
Let's check. She's fine. It wasn't. It just needed a little warm-up time, that's all. But yeah, she's good. This header gasket is leaking, but that's an easy fix. But we're gonna have to get some valve cover gaskets. And apparently, I think that our fuel pump that we put on not too long ago down there, I'm pretty sure that son of a bitch is leaking oil again around that little area. So, that thing, I'm fighting it off and we're putting an electric fuel pump on this. Why can't I just use mechanicals anymore? Why? This is stupid. Junk parts. But she's running fine, getting fuel. I'll have to look into that a little more. I may try to clean that off and then maybe look at it another day. Maybe it's that damn sending unit. I don't know. My guess, it's the freaking fuel, more than likely. But it sounds better and smoother with the PCV valve in it, which was the reason I checked it anyway, and then the freaking starter went out. But, all right. I think he can get out of my fucking hair again. I just got done getting him out of my hair, so now he's back.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of my house. Get. Shoo. So that's gonna do it. Just a quick, what we thought was gonna be a quick job.
That's always how it turns out.
It's a pain in the ass. Long tubes on a Fox body are not fun. And we are gonna have to get in there and put new header gaskets on it, and also the air shocks in the back of this thing are leaking, but I got 3 or 4 kits from Duct Tape Drags.
We put them on it like 3 years ago, so
yeah, I'm sure it was a quick, when I started this project here, it was just a budget just to get it running, and just didn't really put a lot of thought into it. And then he started driving every day, so it's, who knows, I mean, got oil leaks and transmissions leaking out the rear tail shaft. We need to change that seal, but yeah, we'll get to that. Plenty of time. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that happy shit. You know what I mean. Take care.